How to control obsessive thoughts or chronic negative bias. When everything's going right, do you constantly think everything's wrong? Like, if you've been put on a medication, do you think it's taking away your creativity? You think your day is ruined because you barely slept last night and you're afraid of not sleeping tonight? Are you terrified of looking inside a mirror because you're going to see a zit-faced reflection when nobody sees it at all? Do you not have a job right now and it seems like everybody the same age as you is working? Or do you have a birthday coming up and you being that age just terrifies you because you're no longer young and young people cannot trust you after that age? You may feel like there's hardly any way out of just thinking, and just not living. Your mind is going like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. If I can get through that, you can too, by following these 8 tips on how to overcome chronic negative bias. Number 1, talk to a professional. No other person's advice compares to those professional therapists. Whatever they say to you, take their advice. Do not be rebellious at all. Whatever they tell you is right. Just be like, I don't want to take videos of myself or look in mirrors anymore because I'm afraid my face is gonna break out or something. Hey, it's better than having your face look like a butt. Their advice is right. Trust me. Number 2, accept that what they say is right. What they say is true. What you're thinking up isn't. When somebody says something like you're still creative after taking medication, don't be like, they're not taking it. They don't know how empty inside I feel. They don't know me before I was on this stuff. They're right. They're right.
They're right.
If you gave them all the information on how you slept last night, but you feel like you didn't because of all the negative information,
they're right.
Number 3, just go CNB when a dim thought comes into mind. CNB stands for chronic negative bias because that is what's going on inside your head when you think of something negative. Like, oh my God, is that it, CNB? Am I really too old to be acting this way or dressing like this? CNB. Oh my God, is the camera in a different place than it was before? CNB. Nobody makes that up but you. Once you go CNB enough, it's like a bug zapper catching bugs. You're gonna be doing this as an involuntary reflex so much that you won't even have any negative thoughts anymore. And you're gonna be feeling like this. I'm sitting on top of the world. Oh my God, is the North Pole cold? CNB. Number 4, visit a new place. You're more vulnerable to worrying in the environment that first scared you, with the smell, the sight, the feelings, the temperature. For instance, I live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and inside this apartment, I'm more vulnerable to worrying about the stuff that I usually do. But when I went to Atlantic City, New Jersey a couple weeks ago, I had the time of my life and it was awesome and I didn't worry about a darned thing because it was a totally new, unfamiliar environment. Unlike the one I'm totally used to looking at every day, this is totally distracting to your normal thoughts. Number 5, write down everything that currently is on your mind and how it makes you feel. Is the thought of not sleeping tonight making you feel nervous and worried? Is the thought of losing your creativity bumming you out? Once you know how these thoughts make you feel, you will know a little bit more about yourself. These thoughts may not make you feel good, so how do you feel good? Number 6, notice everything around you that's awesome. It's advisable to not dwell on what you don't have and just be thankful for what you do have. When a lot of things around you are reminding you of what you don't have, for instance, a guy with money is reminding you that you're broke, or couples walking hand in hand remind you that you're single, you have to be strong enough to ignore all that stuff and just be thankful for everything that you do have around you. Like this room, for example. I should be thankful for it.
Check that out, it's an HD TV connected to my computer, and then my computer is connected to the speakers, and then my light's right there, then I have a glass right there, and a remote control right there, and I have a desk right here, and I have like nothing right there, there's blinds, and oh my God, it's a bed, oh my God, everything's so cool, hey, this is my face, it's really cool, I'm good looking, hey ladies who want this, it's so cool, I'm so cool, I forget about everything else that's bothering me, I'm talking really fast, yeah!
Just do that around your own environment. Number 7, accept that it takes time to heal. Remember the song, A Letter to My Lady Friends?
Sessions, all they take is time to get better.
There is hardly anything more true to that statement right there. If that thought is constantly on your mind, whatever it is, you trying to get rid of it only makes it worse. You're just trying to say, don't think about this, don't think about that, don't think about that. Your mind is racing. But if you're like, okay, I'm thinking about it. It's making me nervous, sad, whatever, but one day it will all stop making me feel that way. Accepting it rather than stopping it is way better. Say if you bump your head on something, it's gonna hurt for a few days. You can't just stop the pain altogether. You just have to accept that you have it and it'll get better. Take the same kind of attitude with your obsessions. Number 8, dance around in your living room or all alone. I will demonstrate. Even if you look dumb, nobody's gonna watch you. You're having the time of your life and you're forgetting about everything else. I know there are more tips out there than the 8 that I've given you to overcome chronic negative bias or obsessive thoughts. They worked for me, they're gonna work for you. Now go out and do them before you write a letter to your lady friends.
610 Productions.